Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Let's talk about 10 tips on how to build a cottage garden. Now, a cottage garden is similar to a cut flower garden. You have a whole different variety of plants. It's not just about the roses. So, this is actually my little cottage garden. So, let's go through the 10 tips. Tip number one, if you do not live someplace with really good draining soil, you're going to have to build a raised bed because these kind of plants really need good draining soil. So at my place, we did this raised bed built out of keystone. Tip number two, fill it with good planting mix. I like to mix in this grow mulch with the native soil and kind of mix it all around and really get the good organic soil in there. So tip number three, a cottage garden is not just about the roses. Yes, I have about 20 roses in my garden. My garden, by the way, is about a 200 square foot garden. And I'm going to show you some of the roses that I have in my garden, but just about any roses will do, although it's important to have a nice mixture. You don't want to have all hybrid teas or all floribundas. Again, a cottage garden is a lovely mix of different kinds of roses, and here are some of the ones you'll see in my garden. Nice change, difference of floribundas, which produce more flowers and are a little shorter than hybrid teas. So it's nice to have a great mix. And whenever you see a really colorful batch of roses, usually it's a floribunda. But again, I like to mix the roses, hybrid teas, and floribundas. Next tip, and this is the most important one for a cottage garden, is that you have to have something other than the roses. So here are some different bulbs that I like to mix in with my roses. This one's called a belladonna lily, fabulous cut flower. Gets nice and big in the late spring, early summer, and it is a bulb, so I do dig it up and divide it each year. Gladiolas, of course, great summer bloomer. Make sure you stake them, and there's another video I did on how to stake those gladiolas, but gladiolas are great for this kind of garden. And you can also mix in some other ones, like there's that butterfly bush I also like to mix in. It's, again, you want to have things that bloom at different times of the year. So again, gladiolas in the early summer, dahlias in the later summer. Dahlias do need a little bit of support. You can use tomato cages, or you can just use the same stakes you used on the gladiolas. Once the gladiolas are done, you can restake those dahlias to support the gladiola to be on those same stakes. So dahlias are another one. Different kinds of lilies. There's all kinds of wonderful lilies. I also love irises. So that first one was a Dutch iris. This is a bearded iris. Again, things that bloom at different times of the year. Irises bloom early in the spring here in San Diego, and so it gives you a nice mix. Next tip is throw some annuals in there. I love these Iceland poppies because they give you all kinds of wonderful color in the springtime. All kinds of variety. Again, a cottage garden has a garden of variety. And another important tip is throw some seeds on there. You never know what's going to pop up. Every year I throw different seeds in my cottage garden, and I get this crazy mix of all kinds of things, from mallows to delphiniums to those kind of things. Another really important tip for a cottage garden is you have to feed these plants. Every month you feed them. Now, I also like to throw some Epsom salts on mine because it's really important to negate that salty water we have in Southern California. So I like to lower the pH with some Epsom salts before I get really into feeding the plants. But you have to feed your plants every single month, and feed them with a nice variety of food. Just don't feed them with the same stuff. So you use slow release fertilizer one month, the Miracle Grow the next month, all kinds of wonderful, and I like the granular form. I'm not a big fan of spraying the liquid stuff on, although I will do it. Again, a variety is a great thing. Another very important tip is you have to mulch the garden. Where I live, it gets very hot in the summertime, and that can dry out the soil, and cottage gardens do need quite a bit of water. So I want to make sure to conserve that water in the soil with mulch. I love this painted brown mulch because it holds that color really nice. So there you go. Those are my 10 tips on how to build a wonderful cottage garden. Here's a couple more of the flowers in my garden so you get a better sense of some more ideas. But again, lots of great roses. There are links in the comments section on where you can buy some of these plants, from roses to dahlias to gladiolas. So check out some of those links as well if you want to order some things and have them shipped directly to your house. Well, that's all the time we have for today. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. Until next time, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.